I'm in South Yorkshire at some allotments with a difference. What started off as a small, simple idea from two dads has grown into something absolutely amazing, bringing connection, joy, and a sense of purpose to those who really need it the most. I'm so excited because I'm going to be meeting the inspiring people who helped bring this all together. Michael and Paul are parents to Levi and Lucas, who both live with autism. So, what made you pull together to create such an inspiring space?
Well, we found like Levi and Lucas are now 18, so they're adults, and there's like less and less for them to do in the community, and just we wanted to create something like a safe space for children and adults with autism and different disabilities, because like a lot of the day centres have closed down and local parks are not always safe, and it's just not a nice place. We wanted to just create something really special like children and adults like Levi and Lucas.
Did you do this all yourself, or did you have some help along the way?
Blimey, what a journey we have been on with this. When we first set out, there was 20 tonnes of fly tipping. Many points we thought, what are we doing?
People just jumped on board really fast.
The meaning behind it all really pulled on people's heartstrings a little bit.
I think altogether it took about 4 months to like completely turn it around to what it is now.
We never imagined it would have transformed as quick as it did. It's not just an allotment, it's a place of sanctuary, a place of peace, and a place of just being yourself. People with disabilities are often judged, and that's why we advocate so hard for this. And we always say to any family, disabilities can affect anybody at any stage in their life. You know, and here we are trying to make it the best place ever for everybody, and that is what this space is all about, and that's always been our goal from day one.
That's really fantastic. And what I love about this garden is there's so much colour, it's popping everywhere. But were there any elements of things that you had to incorporate into the design for people with complex needs?
Absolutely. So the focus for here at the Autism Allotments is to make sure that disability never gets in the way of any ability. So whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you're able to walk with assistance, everything is fully accessible.
And how does that impact what you choose to plant in the garden?
Well, for like the raised beds, for example, like we did one for each sense. Autistic people are like hypersensitive to smell, touch, and that were a big thing as well. And like our boys are non-verbal, so it were important to like incorporate pictures so that they can understand things visually.
Did you have any previous experience gardening before you started this? No, absolutely, we had none whatsoever. You know, you're talking, you know, I'm really not into gardening, and I wasn't. You know, I didn't want to get dirty, I don't like spiders. But you know, I have been here from day one with my hands in all sorts of rubbish, and you know, people think, oh, Paul's not going to get his hands dirty, but you know what? We have been here from day one, grafting and grafting and grafting.
It's been nice for us to learn. I mean, my dad used to have an allotment, so I knew little bits, but when like school children and colleges come, it's been nice to like plant tomato and strawberry seeds, because they just see them in a packet in the supermarket, but now they realise that they can like take them home and grow them themselves, and they don't, you know what I mean, it's all organic and fresh.
It's absolutely fantastic, and I think you should both be really, really proud of yourselves. To find out more about just how important this place is, I'm going to be speaking to Todd, Bradley and Amanda, who have found the allotments to be an accessible sanctuary. Well, it looks like you guys have been super busy with your painting here. How did you find coming to Autism Allotments?
Obviously you can see his chair's a big piece of kit, it's heavy, it can get stuck in the mud, so obviously there's hundreds of parks across the UK, but to find one that's truly accessible and you're truly able to go and Todd to feel comfortable and us to feel comfortable as support workers. With Todd, he has a lot of involuntary movements and a lot of involuntary vocalizations, and if you're in a social setting that potentially people don't understand, that can be a little bit jarring. If we go to a cafe, we need to make sure we're positioned where an involuntary movement doesn't knock over somebody's latte.
But coming here,
everybody's in the same boat.
Everybody joins in, you know, nobody looks, nobody, you know, it's the social side of it as well as for Todd and for us, you know, it's really nice.
Is there a particular element of the garden that Todd finds most beneficial?
The swing.
The swing,
He
yeah.
loves that sort of movement.
Freedom.
Yeah,
The freedom of being out of his chair.
And
yeah.
it fills your heart that people like Todd do matter.
Has being here helped you improve any of your gardens at home?
No.
From volunteers to carers and support workers, the Autism Allotments has become a place of care and collaboration. And I'm going to be talking to one such person that has found it a brilliant resource to help others. Laura, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I was diagnosed with autism in 1993. So I've been brought up in a neurodiverse world. To come to somewhere like this, it just boosts my mental health. It helps my sensory issues.
Tell me a little bit more about your role. So what is it that you do here?
I set up sessions and events, and obviously working quite closely with Paul and Michael on the accessible allotments, because 90% of the individuals that access our service have got physical disabilities, non-verbal, severe autism, severe challenging behaviours. So it's about bringing together, you know, all the different types of communities, and they can go on the swing, they can use the sensory boards, they can use the bikes. You know, they've got it all here in a safe environment around like-minded people that are not going to judge them, and that's really important.
Despite all the amazing progress made here in just 2 years, the work is far from over. In fact, the allotments are growing, quite literally.
So next door, what we're going to be doing here, this is going to be our accessible allotments, and this is going to be joined with the autism allotments, and then we're also having an even bigger, fully accessible log cabin here, and some more outdoor specialised play equipment.
Have you thought about your planting plan for over here yet?
Well, I think we should have loads of aubergines, cauliflowers, yes.
We're going to have accessible polytunnels so the wheelchairs can get into the polytunnels. We're going to have a bit more growing in here and then sell it as well.
What do you feel is the most rewarding part of this whole process?
We've just found like having all the families come together, all the different disabilities as well, that they can come with the parents, carers and siblings and just all enjoy this space has been like, made it all kind of worthwhile, hasn't it? Which is why we want to keep on growing it, because the need is really there and we just want people to carry on being able to enjoy it.
It's all about the ability here.
Not the disability.
Yeah.
I am truly blown away by the passion and dedication that's been poured into this place. It's a perfect example of what can grow when a community comes together.